It's Lake Effect. I'm Mitch Tyke. Last week, an experiment was staged in Milwaukee's River West neighborhood. A collection of families and individuals, about 100 or so, staged Power Down Week 2010. The idea was to go about your daily living using as little power as possible. At the same time, organizers hoped to get people working together as a community. Participants shared meals and attended workshops from crafting homebrew beer to soap making. WUWM environmental reporter Susan Bence stopped in on a few of the Power Down Week's events over the course of the week, starting with its kickoff.
Falcon Bowl on the corner of Clark and Fratney is a River West landmark. 6-lane, late 19th century bowling alley in the basement, wedding hall above. Dawn and Jorian are just leaving the Falcon. The busy graduate students both have jobs and classes.
What do you feel you realistically can do to power down this week?
We're going to not use lights and any powered equipment except for the refrigerator. We turned off our microwave. We have a gas stove, and that might be used a little bit, but we're going to keep it limited.
Dawn says they stopped watching TV a year ago and ride bikes most everywhere they need to go, like the class she's about to be late for. She's doing without her cell phone and computer as of this minute. So what about her coursework?
If I need to do some readings, I'll just go to campus and use one of the computers there.
Inside the Falcon, people are clustered around banquet tables, poring over information and filling out forms. A Power Down organizer, Sarah Moore, is explaining how the system works.
We're modeling actually after Facebook, so it's the unhooked Facebook. First, you can put your profile picture right here.
Okay.
And then put some information about yourself, what you want to learn. You can go over to the game station.
A couple, Shannon and Eric, are standing and looking a bit bewildered at the game table. Every activity is designed to encourage using less power while having fun at the same time. A volunteer explains how you earn Power Down game points.
We have the DIY home game, which is a sheet you actually take home with you and fill out throughout the week.
Shannon's not sure she can really do without her cell phone. And what if she promises not to turn on any lights and then messes up?
What if you say you're going to do the locavore crawl? And
she decides to sign up for everything. You've noticed her partner Eric is on the quiet side, but he signs up too.
Yeah, I'll check myself for all four.
I meet Eric a couple of days later in the middle of a community garden. It's a Kalegate party.
Tell me how the week's going.
It's going well. I'm not playing the game as much as I would have liked, but I'm conscious. I'm aware of how many times I use the computer for my job.
I haven't mentioned it yet, but participants are also encouraged to use less water, even shut off water heaters. Eric says he didn't go that far.
We've taken advantage of Garden Park. They have that water summer thing. We never went before, but because it's Power Down Week, we've been getting out of the house more. And it's so much fun. All the neighborhood kids are there, and everyone's running around in the water.
He's one of about 50 people here, wandering around lush vegetables and eating potluck. Felisha Wild stands in the center of it all.
We are doing a raw food workshop. The idea is to eat everything in its raw, natural state so that our bodies can assimilate it easier.
Felisha is no stranger to cooking, but the Powering Down movement is new to her. She's here because a friend asked her to come. Frankly, she didn't know what to expect.
I was a little concerned, and I kind of went scrambling around for the structure that you see here.
Her makeshift cooking station is a long plank held up at each end with ladders. Her raw veggies are easily accessed in coolers below.
I got here around 4. There was not many people here. And suddenly we've grown a crowd around food.
Right here on her plank food prep surface, Felisha concocted a green papaya salad, raw spaghetti marinara, and the best darn brownie anywhere, according to Felisha.
We had adults that were pounding the mortar and pestle to make tamarind paste, little kids spiralizing zucchini.
Sorry to leave your imagination dangling with that spiralizing zucchini image, but time is running short, and we've one more stop to make. It's Friday morning now at Green Folks Garden in the heart of River West. Claire Moore helped establish the neighborhood garden 9 years ago.
This is a rain garden here that harvests water off the roof. We've tried to do a lot of medicinals as well as the edibles in the gardens. We have about 20 individuals involved right now gardening here. Power Down function has brought a lot of new people, which is really refreshing and wonderful.
One of the hottest Power Down workshops has been happening right here. A couple of people are prepping for today's session of cob oven cooking. Dave Manise helped build the beehive-shaped oven of clay, sand, and straw.
You need a solid foundation. Some people build a stone foundation.
We like to live dangerously, so this is on sticks.
That's Vala. She and Dave spent 2 weeks building the oven. Vala says it only takes a couple of handfuls of wood pieces to fire up the oven.
So you have like 3 baking cycles, and it's a series of temperatures that go lower.
They scrape the super hot embers out of the oven and slide in blobs of dough that bake into flaky scones.
We do it by feel. We think this is about 400 degrees right now. That's perfect for scones.
People will start trickling in soon. First they'll be treated to scones, bacon, and quiche too. Then they'll buckle down and work on a new cob oven that's being constructed here in the garden.
Some women sawed and built the frame. They laid the bricks. Yesterday they cobbed the first layer of the oven.
We stand back and help a little, but mostly we watch.
Tom Branstetter, one of the Power Down organizers, is sitting quietly nearby, sipping coffee in the shade. He says his job this morning was to light the fire.
This is the first year of us doing this, and it's an experiment creating community together.
He looks as though he's having the time of his life. But for Branstetter, Power Down Week is serious.
You can't just continually just talk about climate change or just talk about peak oil. You've got to be talking about both at the same time. Petroleum is really tied to the monetary system, too. So when that starts to evaporate, the monetary system is going to have to be retooled. It's going to require a lot of people committing to that lifestyle change, but not with a sense of panic. We're doing this with a sense of joy.
But for as serious as the week is, even an organizer like Branstetter lets down his guard every once in a while. Like as a strange ring emits from his pocket. That might just ruin his chances of winning the Power Down prize. For Lake Effect, I'm Susan Bence.
Susan Bence is WUWM's environmental reporter. Power Down Week ended last night with a quintessential Milwaukee tradition, a block party, and as you might expect, prizes for the people who managed to power down the most. That's the Monday edition of Lake Effect. You can listen to any of the parts you might have missed or any of our previous editions of the program at WUWM.com. You can also subscribe to our podcast and have the show turn up on your computer or mobile device every day so that you can listen whenever you want. More details at WUWM.com. I'm Mitch Teich. We'll be right back here at the same time tomorrow and every weekday for Lake Effect from WUWM HD, Milwaukee Public Radio. Fresh Air is next.